So yeah, I don't really want to start in with
Hold it.
anybody. Whoa! Hey guys, my name is Ocelot, and this is the story of how I got offered a position in a country. But hold on. Before I tell you that story, let's go all the way back to the beginning. It all started when a streamer named Zach Plays sent me a link to a Discord server for an SMP. From there, I learned that you could submit an application on Twitter, and I didn't have Twitter, so I furiously made an account, typed up the application, boom, submitted. I personally didn't think it was that good of an application. I just like touched stuff and said like, you wouldn't want to upset me, would you? Yeah, it'd be threatening. But a couple weeks later, and now I'm here, building farms by myself. I started out my time on the Lore SMP, running away and finding a village. Immediately started on catching villagers and sticking them in a chamber to force breed for me. That's the usual, you know, everyone does that, right? Never mind. Shipped them off 150 blocks to be stuck in an iron farm forever for me. And then I made the iron farm. And now I'm here talking to y'all in front of a still image. That's basically the entire story of what happened. We're gonna cut back to the story of how I got offered a position in a country now.
Hey,
Hi? How did you find me?
how could I found the iron farm.
So
Pretty
you were the
cool.
one, oh, so you're the one that's been leaving the things like the dog? Because it's not my
Huh?
dog. I
Not
can't,
my dog either.
that,
That seems like
that's a
that
little,
seems like a that's a that's a little awkward.
yeah,
That is not my dog.
it's not mine either.
Ah,
Well, yeah, this is mine. I'm the one that's been building the farm. Did you blow up the villager breeder of mine too?
no, I did not actually.
Oh,
Well, me and Spellbound. You know who that is?
I do not know who Spellbound is. I'm new.
He
I don't know who
was
anyone is on this server.
well. Me and Spellbound have been. You're American, right?
An awkward question. Yes, I am.
How American would you say you are? On a scale of 1 to 10.
Uh, I'll give myself a 7. I live in the South, so pretty
Oh,
American. You know, guns and stuff.
yeah, yeah, guns. Perfect.
Guns.
Me and my friend Spellbound, who you'll meet later on, have been talking and discussing a plan to make a country where only Americans
Yes.
are allowed in. And you, being an American, we would love for you to join. You seem like you'd be helpful to our nation.
Okay, let me give you a little background information. The server is called Lore SMP. There are 20 players on the server, I think. All of whom I know none. And what Steve told me a little later was that we had a max 5 Americans, and the Europeans were making a country. Their country was called Saratoga. No, wait, no. Ours was called Saratoga. Theirs was called Salmonella. So there's 15, I think actually 16 or 17 because some of the Americans are staying with them. There's 17 max people at Salmonella, 3 at Saratoga, or 2 so far. And they wanted me to come over, and, you know, I didn't know about Salmonella at the time, so I willingly joined the smaller country. Hopefully they can provide me with the safety they offered. I found all of this out later, like, later on, of course. Alright, sorry, back to the video.
By building farms, we'll pay you decently. We'll pay you well, and you'll become an official resident of well, it's still a work in progress, but Saratoga. There's not really a threat, but there is another country. It's called Salmonia, or Salmonella, however you want to say it. And I get it quite frequently, yeah. Um, um, they, their country has mostly Europeans in it, and so I feel like we should make a country that only has Americans in it. We haven't talked to the leader of that country yet about our plan, but we'll get to that soon, right? What do you say? You build farms for our country. We allow you residency and citizenship in return, and we'll pay you fairly.
So we traveled through the distant lands, with Steve giving me information on who the mysterious Spellbound was and where their homes were set up. I also found out Steve had been using my villagers, and he'd been watching me for quite some time. A little weird if you ask me. He then explained where we were headed. As we walked farther, we approached the White House, the capital of the country. After a bit of shenanigans, Steve led me to his home where he gave me a backpack full of supplies and one line of instructions. Build this. He sent me a YouTube link, and upon further inspection, he wanted me to build this massive mob farm, capable of producing hundreds of thousands of mob loot per hour. I took those 2 backpacks and a set of coordinates and began my journey. But after maybe 1 minute,